got a Madden league. Your team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, now get it. Big Snoop Dogg, it's in the game.
Back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up, I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems, only got real ones round them.
And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Ready, 5-9.
Mike 54.
Check.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
He'll come up now, 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Let's go, D. Chance. Let him.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Breeze going to try and throw on 3rd down. Open man is Michael Thomas. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 43.
Clearly, every time the Saints put together a game plan, they plan to get Michael Thomas involved early and often. 125 catches in 2018, the most in the NFL. Not bad for a kid in Pop Warner football that only played the minimum number of plays every game.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
face.
Check. Whoa.
Now Breeze. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line.
Come on, one thing for sure, you know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a third down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
Yellow lady. Watch the pass. Here goes 21. Check 24. Check 24. Under 10. 10.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Ready. 95-56. I got you, punk. Hatchet. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. Tonight.
Into the red zone. It's Breeze. Cook's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jared Cook. His second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And the QB rating right now, sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Garoppolo now. Gets this one left side to Pettis. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Well, Pettis is quickly becoming the #1 receiving option for Jimmy Garoppolo. Into last year, John Lynch said that they loved the way he closed the season. Really came on late. Remember, this is a guy that they traded up to get at number 44 back in 2018 out of the University of Washington. A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 47-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Second down, McKinnon. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Garoppolo on first down. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on second down. Garoppolo looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Third down.
Here we go.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Now it's Ginn. Terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage and that's it. Fred Warner coming off a strong rookie year in on the stop for the Niners. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. And Cook has it left side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Over.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got
On the ground, Kamara. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
Let's go. Ready. Yellow lady. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. 5-9.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Yellow lady. 54. Check.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
Hey, kill. Check. Recon, 132 fighter.
Breeze now on first down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
We're good. 5-4, ready.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky. but that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, and we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up. This should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this one really almost...
Oh, it's out. McKinnon fumbled it. And this is picked up by the Saints. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken in at the 1. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. See what this is.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Demario Davis, who was the Saints' leading tackler in his first year in New Orleans, in on the stop.
At the Saints' 47-yard line.
Here we go.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 23.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
Here we go. Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll toss it to Breida. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Check, 47. Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Over the middle, he finds finds Pettis complete. And he coughed it up. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Blue draw, forfeit. 21.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Breeze will try again on 2nd down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the veteran punter for the Saints, Thomas Morstead, on to punt on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Around the NFL, 2nd quarter down in Tampa. And the Colts have scored again to widen their lead even further. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to.
He's got a man complete. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Kendrick Bourne, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Here we go.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go.
One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the second time. On the return is Pettis. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Touchdown, 49ers. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They run it again with Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check.
And the blitz does come. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
That's good for the Saints.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Had a bit of a lane there. Took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I got you.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 48.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Ready? Y'all ready?
It's now 3rd down and
12. 13.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And Ginn's got it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Breeze to another long-time vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
You're good. I-4, ready,
On the ground, this is Kamara. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Breeze. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board. But give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. He's going to have the first down past the 20. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, 91 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. So their backs were against the wall, deep back in their own territory, and they run it all the way down into the end zone.
That takes a lot of coordination for an offensive team, doesn't it? Because, let's face it, it's really not a surprise that they're going to run the ball in that situation. Backed up that close to their own end zone, you usually do call running plays, trying to be safe. Instead, it turns into an electrical run, a bolt for your team, and off he goes to the races.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Kill.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Breeze. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
You kill. Switch.
From the gun, it's Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
95, 56, 54. Watch the run, watch the run.
Here's Breeze to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. And Lutz puts this one through. And that'll bring him back within 4. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
21.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
2, 1, Omaha. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
You better be afraid of me. 13.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
Here we go.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Garoppolo. His throw here's incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Here we go.
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Now Breeze. And Breeze is going to go down in the end zone, a safety. Now the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now and save some time for us.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Omaha.
They run again with Breida. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his 3rd year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry, 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 800 yards rushing. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to get...
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
All right, zero rooting interest in it, but that one hurt.
Well, yeah, you're losing in the 4th quarter. A bad time for a fumble on a punt return.
They had an opportunity. All right, they were sensing. They're down on the scoreboard, and now they just gave that one up.
On 1st down, here's Breida. He will push his way down to about the 14. Demario Davis there on the stop.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup.
Here we go.
Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for 2. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead.
Saints 17. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one. From the 27, Brees. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Saints do snap it. It's Brees. The open man is Smith. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Brees now. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. We go 21.
On play action, now Brees. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Brees going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. That's caught. It's Thomas. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
It takes real coordination between the...
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Lutz with the extra point. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And it's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Breida, he'll try the right side. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going to run. It's McKinnon. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth.
San Francisco.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. This to make it a 2-score game. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Niners, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.